We're doing great. Good morning, everyone. We're so excited to get started on this mass vaccination center today. So today we'll start with about 120 folks an hour in the morning. We'll bump up to about 150 to 180 in the afternoon. We'll be well above 200 an hour starting tomorrow. Most of the folks that are going to be here today are going to be over 75 years old. When you look at that vulnerability index, you're going to see the most vulnerable folks are our oldest citizens, and so they'll be first. And we're really excited to help them. I want to thank the City of Dallas for making Fair Park available, and I want to thank the State Fair of Texas for making this building, and Spectra, the person who does the events here and has the contract, for making this and the adjacent building available, and for all their logistical support. I want to, of course, thank Dallas County Health and Human Services, who is spearheading this event, Parkland Hospital for all their logistics help. Parkland actually shared some vaccine with us this week until the state can get us more vaccines starting next week. And of course, I want to thank all of our local fire and EMT departments, not just the City of Dallas, but throughout the County of Dallas, because a lot of those folks have volunteered to be our EMTs to watch folks, and our EMTs to put the shots in folks' arms. This area that you're sitting or you're standing in now, this is our observation area. So maybe we'll take you through, show you if somebody hadn't already done that after the speakers. But what happens is the folks come in this next building, the building over from us, right? They'll come in, they'll check in, they'll sit down in a chair. They never have to get up from that chair until it's time for their shot. They'll get their shot, then they'll come across here, walk a short distance across here, and they'll sit in one of these chairs, and we'll observe them for 15 minutes. If they don't have a history of allergic reactions to shots. If they do, we'll observe them for 30 minutes, then they're on their way, and hey, that's it. And we're gonna get a lot of people vaccinated today. So if you have not signed up to get vaccinated, the only way for you to be a part of this and get your vaccination is to sign up at dallascounty.org. That's dallascounty.org. Now I want to introduce the mayor of Dallas, Eric Johnson. He's going to say a few words. Then we'll hear from Dr. Huang, and finally from Rocky Vaz, the city's emergency operations manager. Thank y'all.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me say to Judge Jenkins, thank you very much for working with us. Dr. Huang, thank you so much for working with us at the city to make this day possible. I'm very excited about what today represents, and let me tell you what I mean by that. But first, I want to say to the county, we have been working together throughout this pandemic, trying to increase the amount of testing we've been able to do, and making sure that equity stays at the forefront of everything that we do. We want to make sure that our most underserved communities are taken care of. Today represents the next phase in that cooperation and in that focus on equity by making sure that vaccinations, which is how we are going to ultimately defeat this disease. Vaccinations represents the final frontier in the battle against COVID-19. We're going to overcome COVID-19 by, again, working together and by putting an emphasis on equity. So I want to thank the county for being sensitive to that throughout this entire ordeal and continuing to be committed to that and to being very receptive to overtures from the city. Judge Jenkins and I, we talk every single week. Every week we talk, and equity is part of that conversation every week. So I just want to say thank you all for that commitment. I would also be remiss if I didn't say thank you to my emergency management coordinator under state law. the mayor of the city of Dallas is the emergency management director, and I have the duty to appoint someone to assist me in managing through an emergency. And I think I made the right call when I appointed Rocky Vaz to be the emergency management coordinator for the city of Dallas. He's done an amazing job, and I want to thank him and his team for working with the county to help make this site the first mega site in Dallas. So thank you very much, Rocky. Thank you to your team. All I want to say to folks who are out there watching this and who are listening is that this really is the final frontier in the battle against COVID-19. We need anyone who is still skeptical about taking this vaccine to know that this vaccine is safe, and it's what we must do to get our lives back to normal. And so I am thrilled that we're starting today with the goal of getting 2,000 vaccinations done a day here, but we're going to have to get even more vaccinations done than that at this location, and hopefully soon more locations throughout the city, and again with a mind and a focus on equity. So with that, I want to turn it back over to our friends of the county and say thank you so much again for all of your help.
Good morning. I'm Phil Huang, Director of Dallas County Health and Human Services, and it's an exciting day to be able to open this mass vaccination center today. It is a true partnership between the county, the city, the state, and all of our other partners that have been working on this. This is the next phase of our addressing the pandemic, but a reminder, we are at record numbers of hospitalization still as I speak today. We are having huge numbers we're really still assessing the impact from Christmas, and we're very concerned about where we're going with the stress on our healthcare system. So as the mayor just mentioned, the vaccinations are really this next step, and what's great is that the evidence has shown it is safe and is effective, and so it is a real tool for us to be able to move and address and solve this epidemic. So again, this is the next phase. It's exciting to have it. We are working with the state. We've told them, send us as much vaccine as you can give us. We're anxious to get this going and get our citizens vaccinated. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wong. Thank you, Judge, for our partnership. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership in helping us get this location up and running. We have partnered with the county since early April when we started our testing. And you can see today, we have more testing sites in the Metroplex than any other part of the state. Anybody who needs a test can walk up and get a test. We hope today is the start of the vaccination. And as more vaccines become available, we fully intend to open up more vaccination sites throughout the city and the Metroplex so people can get vaccinated. Again, a true partnership between the city and county. We look forward to continued working with them and opening up more vaccine sites.